Hey guys, so right now we're in the girls' bathroom. We're just prepping ourselves and getting ready to go to our social experiments. Let's go!
Stop! You can't keep acting like this. You're an idiot. You're an acting. I really do hate you. You hate me? Yeah, obviously. Oh my gosh, are you for real?
Girls, please. Come inside and work this out. Work this out. Talk it out. Focus on your warm-ups, please.
I honestly have no idea what I did to make you hate me so much.
It's you. It's your personality. You're so clingy and I can't get away from you for 10 seconds to do anything else.
Marley, we have been friends for literally 4 years. That's since 4th grade. If you had a problem with me, you should have told me earlier instead of sitting here screaming at me.
Because I thought it was just another one of your stupid little phases. Obviously, it isn't, and it's just your personality, because that's why I hate you.
Okay, I get it. You hate me. Can you just stop already?
Yeah, if I do hate you. Why don't you just go find some friends who can deal with your crap personality instead of arguing with me about it?
Okay, so what are you gonna do? You're just gonna leave?
I am gonna leave, because it's a waste of my time, just like those 4 years that I pretended that I
Marley,
enjoyed being your friend.
you need to listen to
No! I'm leaving because you're a waste of my time, and I can't deal with you anymore. Your personality and your stupid little panic attacks and the fact that you were 10 times
Can you
every day.
stop?
No!
Oh. You were filming you guys that entire time. That was actually a social experiment. We actually are still friends. So this was for our 20-time project for Miss Gordon's class. Our project is about bullying within schools and how students react to it when it happens in a classroom.
For our 20-time project, we faked a fight in front of you guys. What was your very, very first reaction when we started yelling at each other? Scared you. I was like, what are you doing? What happened between you and your friends where you start fighting?
Yes.
Like that bad to that extent?
Yes.
Really?
Not to the extent of slapping, but like we were like yelling at each other. So
Yeah. If you saw this happening somewhere that wasn't school where there weren't teachers around, would you step in and stop it, or would you just let it happen?
I just let it happen. I only do it with people I know.
So even if you were out in the mall and you saw 2 girls and they were hitting each other and hurting each other, you wouldn't stop it, or you would just let it happen?
If they're hurting each other, then I'll try to stop.
I wouldn't want to get into this.
I would attempt to stop it at any point because like it would eventually just like elevate to like.
So have you ever seen this happen here at school, or is this the very first time you've seen a fight that bad?
Very first time.
Well, I see fighting.
Well, I'm not sure if this counts as fighting, but we weren't friends in it or anything. Like her, remember she'd bully me, she'd push me down, like.
So stuff like that happens at school. So you guys now know if ever anything happens, are you going to do anything? Or did this like open your eyes to what could happen between friends?
Yeah. This definitely happened between my experience.
Well, that was the point of this experience. I'm glad that you guys know. Thank you guys.
That's when you first saw us fighting with each other.
My first reaction was like, I started thinking I was hallucinating, so I asked my friends if they heard anything, and they're like, yeah, that seems serious. Yeah, I got scared.
What about you guys? You're scared? Scared? Okay, and how did you react when you saw us get physical after we slapped you?
I wasn't quite paying attention, but all I heard, I started thinking,
Yeah. What about you guys? Have you guys ever seen anything like this happen in school before, like in the classroom? Yeah.
on the classes,
Did anybody step in and stop it? No. So do you guys think that if you now, after seeing our experiment, if you were to see it happening in the classroom, or let's say in a mall, if people started fighting each other, would you guys step in and stop it?
I'd have to know them to be.
You'd have to know them.
Yeah.
And then after seeing our experiment, did this kind of open your eyes to bullying in schools?
Yeah. Because like I was like, I thought it was serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for participating.
So for our 20-time project, we decided to do something on bullying, since bullying is a major problem in our school. We went into one of the 7th grade classrooms, we're 8th graders, and we faked a fight and got physical towards the end, and then let them know this is fake and asked them how they felt.
So when we first started fighting, we were out here by Mr. Baumler's door, and Mr. Baumler actually came out and got us and brought us into his classroom so we could start fighting in there. And once we got into the classroom, I noticed a few students started looking. Nobody really said anything. Nobody tried to tell Mr. Baumler that it was starting to get a little rough and physical. Everybody just kind of was watching.
Great example of when bullying happens, you should always be alert and ready to step in and help out the situation when you can. We got physical, we started slapping and pushing, and it could have gone farther than that, and it could have gotten to the point where somebody could get seriously injured, and nobody stepped in. So it's always important to think about that when you see something like that happening. It's about to flash up on the screen. You can see some kids sitting with their hands on their heads. Some of them look very uncomfortable. And not only were they scared and upset that we were fighting, they obviously didn't want to be in that situation or any situation similar to that.
So like Marley was just saying, there were obviously kids that reacted and that were uncomfortable and were upset by what was happening. But there were also kids who didn't really seem to care. I mean, maybe they gave a glance, but other than that, they just kept on doing their work. And that's something that's really important too, because if you see something like that happening, you need to be alert because it could possibly affect you. So that was our 20 time project. Real fast, we want to give a quick thanks and a little shout out to Mr. Bondler for letting us interrupt his class and start screaming and hitting each other. And we also want to thank all of the 7th grade students who had to witness us hitting each other and screaming and interrupt their class time. But yeah, that's our 20 time project.